Day 555. Day rating is 7. And I wish I had something special to do on 555. And I thought something was going to come up. But what ended up happening is I ran 2 5-mile days. So the morning run, got up at 5. Took the pup out to walk from 5:15 to 5:45. Came back in, changed, headed to the park, met up with my buddy. We ran an easy 5-mile, and the little park we ran at was a little bit kind of trashed, I guess, as far as we got a lot of rain last week, and something had happened, and almost like a flood came through there. There was just a bunch of mud. There was a bunch of leaves and grass, like leaves and branches, and some lake stuff just brushed up against everything, and yeah, it just looked terrible. Just not like despicable kind of thing, but it didn't look like the park that we were running at before. It was, and we definitely had moments where we were sliding around, so we had to watch our footing and slow down a bit. But I know it was bad because this was also happened that some lady got stuck at the skate park there, and they had to come and get a helicopter out because the flooding was that bad. And so this little trail, like once it floods, it just kind of comes all the way down, and it goes on for about 4 or 5 miles. And I remember I used to live on that side, so I used to see it all the time if it was flooded, and it would be flooded like to the point where if I were to have it go down the underpass, I don't even know if I could stick my hand up and get out of the water. So 8 foot deep ish, somewhere in there. I never measured it, but I drove by it and just saw that it was just under the road length, and normally these tunnels go down and then come back up on the other side, and it was enough to have a full clearing pass for, I don't know, bikes, walkers, runners, skaters to go through. So it's plenty of room. So that was the first run. Then got out, went to Albertsons to fill up some water and get a little lunch, and I went and got the food first. Did I get food first? No, I got water first. And the water is 50 cents for a gallon. And I was just there 2 weeks ago, and it was 30 cents. So maybe this is some weird trick with the 555 day in the vlog, and 555, so 5-mile run, 50 cent fill up for a gallon of water. And then the second run was another 5-mile. That was a 5-mile tempo today. But in between that, I got lunch. I was trying to get a small sandwich. They were out, so I grabbed this big French bread one, the one that looks like you could feed 6 or 7 people on it. And I grabbed some chips. I grabbed a Bolthouse chai protein one, which I haven't had in a while. I just wanted some protein in and calories. Turned out to be a bad idea. It tasted good, but I felt it on the second run, and my stomach was kind of been hurting the last couple hours from it. But then I grabbed, was that it? Chips, the drink, sandwich. Well, I grabbed some beef jerky too. The beef jerky actually turned out to be really good. I need to look up the name. I haven't had it before, but it was really good. And I came back, showered real quick, booked it to work, got to work, and work was just busy. It didn't slow down until the last 2 hours. And then got out of work. Oh, puppy. Got out of work, came back, played with the pup for about an hour, played a little catch, wrestled around a little bit, just gave her belly rubs. Watched a little bit more of She-Hulk, which I thought was fantastic, especially for a show to start out with just funny moments, creative. I thought that they gave the girl that plays She-Hulk, the Jen character, is very smart. It was a different take on kind of the Hulks, whereas the Bruce Banner kind of struggled with the Hulk, and she kind of picked it up real quick. So I think there's kind of again a little story about, it's type A and type B person. So one person's gonna shy away from it, one person's gonna dive right in and be like, okay, this is what it is, and moving on. And they made some good points and this and that, but I thought it was very good overall. And then was waiting to walk the pup a little bit, and then the clouds came in, covered up the sun, so we got out there. It was a really nice day and a little light breeze. And then it looked like the clouds were coming in a little bit too strong. Like there were some dark, ominous, purple-looking clouds out there. And so I texted my buddy and just said, "Hey, I don't know, but these clouds that are coming in look a little questionable." And I'm seeing some lightning on the outside of town. So he's like, "Yeah, but I'm committed. I'm gonna go anyways." I'm like, "All right." And I just told myself, if it's not raining or extremely stormy outside by 7:10, then I'll just go and see who's there. And there was still a group of about 30 people there. So we did a run. I warmed up to my buddy Jason. We were just talking about everything for a bit, and then he's been working out a lot, and so he's like, "I'm gonna go easy today." So I said, I'm gonna try to go with a faster group. And so we went, and this guy named Alex, who I've met previously before. I just couldn't remember his name. But he took off. He started us out at the pace, and we jumped from, like, our warm-up pace was what was it? 9 minute pace, 9:15, 9:30, somewhere in there. And then we were just dropped it after that. I think we did about a mile, a little over. It was like 1.2, 1.3 for the warm up. And so the next mile was in the sixes, but just coming off of that 0.3, that 9 minute pace was kind of in the middle. So it was about 8:20 if I remember correctly. And then the next two were 6:24, 6:21, and like a 6:29 mile to finish. And it was 5.3 miles, 5.35. I was running with Alex and this other guy, and this other guy dropped off after about a mile. And Alex had kind of picked it up a little bit, and so I covered the move and jumped up with him. And we were running, and then we chatted a little bit, and then he said, "Hey, I'm just going 3 miles at 5K pace, and so if you want to keep going, you can. If not, you can wait, but either way." So I'm just going to keep going. I should be fine. I want to get back. He's like, "You've been here before, right?" It's like, yeah, I've been here before, so I know the trail, familiar with this route." I said, "Okay." I did a little fist bump. I said, "All right, man, I'll catch you later." And I just kept on trucking and made it back and it was fine. And I could have sworn we were going to get rained out. I told my buddy Jason, I said, "We're going to get maybe 2 miles in and get rained out, so let's consider taking the short run." And then we looked around, and there was clouds all around us. But right where we were, that little section of 3 to 4 miles, almost clear skies. But we saw all these dark clouds to the east, to the south, to the north, and to the west. But right where we were, it was just a light breeze, and that's it. And it didn't even start, raining until about 9 o'clock, which was well after we finished. So we had a good time. Had to go run. My legs are tired, so I used the percussion gun already to massage them out, because I know they're going to be a little bit tired from the double today. And now it's 11:30. I'm trying to go to sleep and finish off with work tomorrow. And looks like a busy weekend. So I'm definitely gonna soak in as much rest as I can. And that's the day. Got some sushi after the second run, but my stomach is just hurting from that drink in the morning. So learned my lesson. Just I need about 12 hours to a day to get that through my system and out, so it doesn't come back and out me. But I think I'll be okay. But it definitely is making me feel a little bit more tired right now too. I just almost came in about 2 hours ago right after I ate and just said I'm just gonna lay down and go to bed. But then I started to feel a little bit better, tried to walk around a little bit. Just got back from walking the pup outside. It was a slight sprinkle, but nothing bad. It was bad enough. Like even a decent rain, she would have just turned around and came back in, but it was light enough where she could go outside for a minute and came back. So we're good and ready to go, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.